Welcome back to the channel. If you're here, it means you understand that basic tips aren't enough. Today, we are doing the full, unabridged deep dive masterclass on one of the most misunderstood concepts in modern productivity: attention residue. Think about it. We live in an age of constant context switching. Email, Slack, coding, reading, we jump from one thing to the next like caffeinated squirrels. And what happens? We feel drained. Not just tired, but mentally depleted. It's not lack of time, it's a leak in your cognitive resources. This brings us to the core concept: attention residue. It's not just being distracted. It's a measurable cognitive phenomenon. Simply put, when you switch tasks, say, from writing a report to debugging code, a part of your brain stays behind on the first task. Your focus isn't a single battery. It's a finite pool of mental energy, and every context switch costs you something. The brain doesn't instantly wipe the slate clean. It retains a mental echo, and that residue actively diminishes your performance on the new task. This isn't a moral failing, it's a predictable psychological mechanism. And understanding that mechanism is your superpower. So, how do we prevent this mental leakage? We need to master what I call cognitive closure. Cognitive closure is the deliberate act of signaling to your brain that task A is definitively over, and task B is definitively starting. It's a mental handshake. Most people skip this step. They just jump. They open the new document, they start typing, but their mind is still half processing the last thing. The solution isn't to work less. It's to transition better. We are going to build a ritual. I call it the brain dump and transition ritual. It's simple, but its psychological impact is massive. The ritual has two parts. Part 1, the dump. You must externalize your current task's remaining thoughts. Don't rely on memory. Your brain is for processing, not storage. Write down the next immediate, physical step. This forces your prefrontal cortex to complete the loop. It tells the system, okay, this thought is safe. I don't need to keep running background processes for it. Think of it like putting a bookmark in a book. You aren't just marking a page, you are telling yourself, I will resume here. Part 2 is the transition. This must be a physical and mental shift. Stand up. Walk away for 60 seconds. Get water. Look out a window. Do something that breaks the physical association with task A. This isn't procrastination, it's a necessary cognitive reset. It allows the residual energy from task A to dissipate naturally. When you sit down for task B, don't just start. Take 30 seconds. Review the goal of task B. What is the single most important outcome? Write it down. This process, dump, walk, define, is your shield against attention residue. It's proactive mental hygiene. Now let's talk psychology. Why does this work? Because it leverages our innate need for completion and structure. By writing the next step, you are satisfying the Zeigarnik effect. You're giving your brain a mini-completion. The Zeigarnik effect states that we remember uncompleted tasks better than completed ones. By writing it down, you satisfy the need for closure before you switch. This is the critical difference between merely remembering something and actively closing the cognitive loop. Another angle, task identity. When you jump tasks, your brain struggles to maintain the context identity for both. The transition ritual forces a hard reset on that identity. Think of your focus like a muscle. If you keep switching context, you never allow the specific neural pathways for that task to fully fire down and rest. Mastery isn't about eliminating distractions, it's about minimizing the cost of inevitable context switching. Start small. Don't try this for every single switch. Identify your two most critical tasks that require deep focus. Implement the full ritual, dump, walk, define every single time you switch between those two high-stakes tasks for 1 week. You will notice the difference. The initial friction of starting task B will be significantly lower because you've preemptively handled the cognitive debt from task A. This isn't just a productivity hack. It's an act of self-respect for your most valuable resource, your attention. Treat your focus like a precious commodity. Guard it fiercely. Master this ritual, and you will unlock an entirely new level of sustained performance. Now go practice the closure. And let me know in the comments which task you struggle to leave and start again.